All right, so there's this show called Hot Ones on the First We Feast channel on YouTube. It's in its 10th season and is hosted by Sean Evans, who is an amazing interviewer, by the way. He asks awesome questions to each and every one of his guests that you most likely haven't heard them asked in other interviews. And these are pretty famous people. You have, let's say, folks like in the whole comedy circuit, Joey Diaz, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, Desus and Mero, actors and actresses like Charlize Theron, Idris Elba, Halle Berry, like top-notch folks. And while they're on the show being asked these great questions, they are eating hot wings, spicy hot wings that progress in heat from the first one that they ate to the last one that they ate. And it's like bonkers level hot that it goes up to. Just to give you an idea, scale-wise, there's something called a Scoville scale, which is what the heat, or not heat, the spiciness of a hot sauce is measured by. And you have sauces like your common, like Tabasco or Dave's Red Hot or sriracha sauce, like stuff like that. It's in like the 1,000 or 2,000 range. Like I'd say like 12 to 1,500 Scoville level range. And the first chicken wing that they eat is around that range. The last chicken wing that they eat is in the 2 million plus Scoville level range. So it goes from like the 1,000 range, which is not like crazy spicy sauces, but, you know, sauces that have, you know, a little zing to them. And in terms of hot, they're at the 1,000 to 1,500 range. And it goes all the way up in heat, in intensity, and spiciness to the 2 million plus range. Think about that. Think about that scale. So anyway, this show, Hot Ones, has curated a few sauces of their own, including the very first one, usually the first one that they use, which is a classic hot sauce. Was mid of the line, like around 5 or 6 or 7, but now has been demoted to like the number 4 hottest hot sauce on the lineup. A hot sauce that I really like called Los Calientes. And the final hot sauce that has the 2 million plus Scoville rating is called The Last Dab, which now there's like another version of. I think there's been like 3 versions of, like the original Last Dab, the Last Dab Redux, and now there's like in season 10 a XXX Last Dab or something like that. And I've heard mentioned on the show a bunch of times that, you know, you can sign up to subscribe to like get their hot sauces or just purchase individual bottles, etc. And I always thought it was just like the ones that they made. I had an idea one day of it being a cool, funny thing to try these hot sauces. I mean, like being on the actual show obviously would be like dope as hell, but it's not like this podcast is blowing up anytime soon, right? But I thought it would be cool to like order a couple of their hot sauces and try them and film it, etc. So I checked out their website, and they actually have through the company Heatonist, which does the bottling of, at least I know definitely their sauces that they curated, but probably others as well that are on the show's lineup. Anyway, through this site, which again I'll link to in the episode notes of this episode if you guys want to check it out. I have like no affiliation or anything like that, but I don't mind putting you guys onto dope shit when I find it. I'd be remiss if I didn't. They actually have on the site like all the hot sauces that are on the show, like all different brands and stuff like that. You can order like each and every one of them, and they have like these gift package bundles, so you don't have to like subscribe to their service to get like a new hot sauce every month or whatever. But if you're into hot sauce, you know, feel free. I'm actually into hot sauce, but not that into hot sauce to like subscribe to a service. So my wife actually got me for Father's Day a like gift package of these hot sauces, and I got in this gift package bundle, the first one, the classic, the Los Calientes, and the last one, the last dab. And if you're interested to see how I reacted, I will link to my episode of Hot Ones, the Spun Today edition, in the episode notes, or you can just search on YouTube and find the Spun Today channel on YouTube. You'll definitely see it on there, or just search Hot Ones Spun Today edition. I will tell you though, spoiler alert, the first two weren't that spicy at all. So the classic and Los Calientes, the classic I thought was like even less spicy than like a Tabasco type sauce, but it had a good flavor to it, which I liked, but definitely not spicy. And Los Calientes definitely does have some spice to it, has some kick to it, but I found it as like a little more spice than like a Tabasco or sriracha sauce or something like that, even though technically it should be like a lot or feel like a lot spicier, because the Scoville for Los Calientes is like 34,000 or 32,000 or something like that, and those other sauces again are like in the 1,000 to 2,000 range. But like I said in the video, I wouldn't mind having it as like an everyday kind of sauce, the Los Calientes. And whenever I've eaten food that does warrant hot sauce, like tacos or rice and beans and chicken, like stuff like that, I've been using the Los Calientes, and it's really good. Now the last dab, I made the mistake of, just for some reason I wanted more spice the other day, and I put a little tiny bit, little bit on my food, and it was just like unbearably hot. It's like sick spicy, that 2 million Scoville level range. It's like the type of thing that if you want to make like a big sancocho or something like that, or like a, some sort of like hearty soup, and like make it spicy, and you have like this big ass baila or something like that, you would put like a couple drops of this into like a big gumbo, like a big pot, and it'll make the whole shit spicy. Like that's how spicy this hot sauce is. It's crazy. But yeah, I filmed myself going through eating these chicken wings, and so you guys could see my reaction in real time. I did the videotaping myself, like with the tripod, and you can hear my son in the background wondering what the hell I was doing. So pardon that in terms of cinematography quality. And I did the editing myself using Final Cut Pro, and I try to make it look like the actual Hot Ones show as much as I could. Like I couldn't do like the all blacked out background, but in the beginning I do like a red tint on like an excerpt of the video at the point of the hot sauce like hitting me, and I put that like in the front of the video, and then in between like each sauce, when I introduce each sauce, I was able to pan in how the show shows like the hot sauce and the Scoville level for each individual sauce, like on the actual show. I was able to include that in my video as well, and I was really happy with how it came out. I kind of like edit in my head when I do like little things like this. Like I had an idea for the video in my head, and then I knew the little pieces that I wanted in it, and I kind of like worked it out, days in advance in my mind. So when I sat down to actually do it, it's fairly easy to do, even though I'm not like as technically savvy with video editing. But yeah, it was a fun little mini project, and I was happy with it. Check it out. I'll link to it in the episode notes, and you all can let me know what you think. And while you're at it, subscribe to my YouTube page, folks. You'll get a lot of extras like that video, and then like mini clips of the podcast that are much more digestible than a full-length episode. You just may enjoy it.